should I say, good morning. It's 3 a.m. and every insomniac out there knows what that means. It's time for some smooth jazz. My name is DJ Smooth, and you're listening to 102.5 Silk FM, the only radio station that gives you 1 hour of non-stop smooth jazz. I'd like to give a warm welcome to all my returning listeners. It's lovely to have you with me once again. And if you're new here, I want to thank you for joining me, and I hope that I can provide enough enjoyment and relaxation that you would return should you find yourself struggling to find sleep again. Now, without further ado, let's get this show on the road with our first song of the evening titled In Your Arms. I hope you enjoy it. There's nothing quite like starting your evening off with a little bit of elegance. Am I right, ladies and gentlemen? It can really set the tone for the rest of the night, even if all you're doing is laying on the couch and watching some TV. At least you're doing it with some class. So, let's keep that class for a little while longer, at least for one more song, with this track titled On Hold for You. If you're just tuning in, welcome to 102.5 Silk FM, the only radio station that plays 1 hour of non-stop smooth jazz. My name is DJ Smooth, and I'll be your host for the evening. The weather is currently at a cool 63 degrees here in Las Palmas, and there's a 75% chance of rain, so it might get even cooler. So make sure to bundle up and stay warm while you listen to this next track titled Poppers and Prosecco. There's nothing quite like a cool glass of Prosecco, especially if you pair it with some prosciutto and goat cheese. Combine that with some jazz provided by yours truly, and you have a match made in heaven. With that in mind, let's keep the cool vibes going with the next song conveniently titled Cool Vibes. It seems that the rain has started to come down a bit, so if you're on the road, do be careful. Your life matters, and it would be a shame to see it lost due to carelessness on the road. So just in case anybody hasn't said it to you today, my dear listener, you are loved and you matter. I hope that you are safe and warm while you enjoy the smooth sounds of this next song titled Smooth Lovin'. I don't know about you, my dear listeners, but this rain makes me feel a bit mysterious. Sort of like I'm in a Humphrey Bogart film. Like I'm a hard-boiled detective trying to solve a murder case, but everybody has something to hide. So in keeping with that vibe, let's switch it up a bit and play this song titled Hard Boiled so that we can channel our inner noir film detective. Man, I don't know what it is about noir films that just help me escape. It's like I get transported back to a long lost era, where some things just made a little more sense. You know what, my dear listener? Sometimes we need to escape and be transported to a different world, so that we can forget our troubles and pains, even if only for a couple of minutes. So here's what we're gonna do. Let's listen to one more song, let ourselves escape for a bit, and then we could come back and talk about what's currently bothering us. Sounds like a plan? Perfect. Let's enjoy our next track titled Covert Affair. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's move on to a segment I'd like to call Talking Smooth. It's where our dear listeners can call in and ask for advice from yours truly. Let's take our first caller. Caller number 1. Tell me your name and what seems to be bothering you today.
Hi, DJ Smooth. My name's Jason, and I'm just having issues trying to connect with my son. For some reason, we're just on completely different wavelengths lately. We used to be so close, but since he started high school, I can't connect with him anymore. It's like he's a different person, and I don't know him. I feel lost.
Hi there, Jason. I'm very sorry that you and your son seem to be in a rough patch. But it's not the end of the world, and it's something that isn't permanent. A change of perspective is what's needed sometimes. Instead of feeling down because you don't know him anymore, turn it into an opportunity. Use it to get to know him again. As a dad and adult, we must make an effort to reach out to our kids. It shouldn't be the other way around. Maybe it'll be awkward at first, and a little uncomfortable, but sometimes going on a drive together can really open the doors to communication. Really listen to him and get a feel for his new likes and dislikes. If he has any specific hobbies that he enjoys, take an interest in them, even if you don't quite get it. He'll appreciate that his dad is putting in an effort and is willing to leave his comfort zone for him. Eventually, it'll be just like old times again.
Thank you. I'll definitely put it into practice.
Of course, my dear listener. Now let's take our next caller.
Hi, DJ Smooth. My name's Valerie, and I'm really having a hard time with my self-worth. I don't feel like I'm good enough. I see women on social media with perfect hands, great bodies, expensive clothing, money, and I honestly end up feeling worthless for not being like them. What should I do?
Hi, Valerie. Although I can't necessarily put myself in women's shoes, I can completely understand what you're going through. Social media is a great tool for connecting and socializing, but it can be detrimental to us and our mental health. We've been led to believe that we should trust everything that we see on social media, and if you don't emulate that, you're wrong. In reality, it's all a lie. Most pictures are highly edited. The wealth people present tends to be fake. Men are enhanced and women are manufactured. Why, you may ask? To sell a product or to sell an image for the sake of engagement, likes, and profit. My advice to you, don't take everything at face value, because nothing is ever as good as it seems. Focus on bettering yourself and only compare yourself with you. Don't worry about what other people are doing. Only worry about being better than who you were yesterday. Trust me, you'll be all the happier for it. Comparison is the thief of joy.
Thank you, DJ Smooth. You've really given me a lot to think about.
I hope that helps put things into perspective. Alright, let's take one more caller, and we'll get back to the jazz. Next caller, you're on Smooth Talk.
Hey there, my name is Sam, and my question to you is, how can I become more disciplined? I feel like I'm a bit chaotic in my life, and I know self-discipline will help me, but I'm not sure how to start.
Well, Sam, discipline is a tricky thing, because you don't just wake up one day and boom, you're disciplined. It doesn't work like that. It's a constant work in progress that you have to constantly maintain. It starts with doing the little things that you know you have to do, but don't want to. For example, making your bed in the morning, folding your clothes immediately after you wash them, going to bed on time if you have an early morning the next day, or going to the gym to work out even though you want to stay home and take a nap. Although they might seem like pointless tasks, you're actually working on your self-discipline while you achieve them. Eventually it'll become routine and second nature, and every task that you have to accomplish becomes a bit easier to tackle. Over time, that disciplined mindset will transfer over to every aspect of your life. A wise philosopher once said, "Even the smallest pebble makes a ripple." Hopefully that helps you, Sam. Now, let's get back to some jazz with the next song titled, Don't Fret. That was Don't Fret, here on 102.5 Silk FM, the only radio station that gives you 1 hour of non-stop jazz. Well, folks, we're about to reach the end of our scheduled time. But before we sign off, let's play a couple more songs, shall we? Next up, we have Los Encinos. Hope y'all enjoy. I don't know how the weather is like where you're listening from, my dear friends, but it is pouring down here in the studio. I hope you're all staying nice and warm out there, hopefully bundled up by the fireplace with a nice warm drink. While you listen to this next track appropriately titled By the Fireplace. Alright, folks. It seems to be about that time where I've got to sign off for the evening. I want to thank you for spending this time with me. I hope you all enjoyed it as much as I did. Let's close off the show with one final song titled Cocktail Hour. Now, for the final time tonight, my name is DJ Smooth, and you're listening to 102.5 Silk FM, the smoothest radio station in syndication. Until we meet again, my friends.